Money follows attention. Money follows attention. Hey! How much attention can you guys get? Okay? Most of you can't get attention because your mom and daddy said, don't get too much attention. Don't get too much attention. Be seen and not heard. Fly under the radar. Because if you get too much attention, they're going to shoot you down. Right? How many heard this before? Fly under the radar, man. Stay low, man. Don't let anybody see me. You making moves. Don't make moves, man. Don't make moves. And then everybody wonders, why can't I get above? Because you don't get attention. Right? You want funding? You want customers? Get attention. How many parents in the room? Let me just see a hand if you're a parent. Good, good. Let's find out if you're a good parent. How many of you think you're a good parent? Well, shit. Now that you ask, let's find out how good a parent you are. Or are you just going to repeat the cycle? How many of you taught your kids before? Don't talk to strangers. And don't talk to strangers, man. Don't talk to strangers. How many of you taught that before? How many of you were taught that as kids? Don't talk to strangers. Don't talk to strangers. And that's when the world was safe. Okay? Strangers have everything you want. Everything you want, a stranger has it. It will be strangers that will grow your business. It will be strangers that put your kids through schools. It will be strangers that make your dreams a reality. Strangers have everything you want, but you were taught not to talk to them. No wonder you guys don't prospect. No wonder you guys don't prospect. I said, I want to talk to him. He could be a prospect. He might need insurance. And in your head's like, don't talk to strangers. Right? And then you're like, I don't like sales. No, you've been programmed not to talk to strangers. And then you guys are given all these little identities around it. Well, I'm an introvert. You're not an introvert. There's not a test. There is no test for an introvert or an extrovert. In the history of the world, there is no test. Somebody said to my daughter the other day, I got a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old, and somebody walked up to my little 7-year-old Scarlett, and Scarlett kind of backed up from the guy in the grocery store, and the guy's like, oh, she's shy. This is how all this starts. Wrong information. Would you agree? Big man looking over my daughter says, oh, she's shy. And I said, she ain't shy, man. You ugly.
Before I give you my background, I want to set this up immediately, which is the following. No matter what you do in this room, no matter what business you come from, no matter what position you hold within that organization, whether you're a solo entrepreneur or work at a big organization, there's only one thing that bounds us all together in this room. The number one thing from a business perspective that ties all of us together in this room is quite simple. At the end of the day, before you tell me how great your SaaS product is, or your service, or how delicious your wine is, or how great you are if you're building your brand, no matter what, before you get a chance to tell me how great you are, or it is, or that is, you need somebody's attention. The number one thing that everybody here is battling on, the currency of business forever, and everything, by the way, is attention. And the biggest thing that everybody in this room is being affected, and this is worldwide, whether I'm in Asia, South America, the US, obviously the apps are slightly different, the usage is different, but the one thing that is common, the one thing that I absolutely want to spend the majority of my time on is if you are sitting in this room and you do not understand the slide that I have up there that says, I day trade attention and build businesses, you are very vulnerable in the speed of which the market is changing. If you do not understand that if you are religious or emotional of where you send your message, whether that is print or radio or television or conferences or direct mail or Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat or Tumblr, if you are emotional, if you draw lines in the sand, if you talk about how you used to do it or how your grandfather built the business or what is tried and true in a 2017 world, you are massively vulnerable.